Hello and welcome back to TechSolved. Today I got myself one of these bad boys, the GoPro Hero5 Black Edition. And today I'm going to unbox it with you and show you some demos, some features, what I like, what I don't like. I've already taken it out and I've had a bit of an accident with it already. I actually mounted it to my dog and as she went around a corner she clipped it with on a brick wall, and I'll show you the damage now. But luckily I took extra insurance on it for accidental damage, so I'll just take it back to the shop and grab myself a new one. So let's get started. So my first impressions on the camera is it does look very nice compared to the old one. I'm still a bit unsure whether having it without the framing on here is the best idea, so I am going to buy that deep dive housing just so things like this don't happen again. But my first impressions are, it looks quite nice. I like that I don't have to have a case on at the same time, but just because of, you know, it's so easy to damage something like that when you can just replace the case, that I'm just going to probably put a case on it. Better for microphone without having the case on though. That's one benefit. The microphone is a lot better. So, opening the box, let's have a look what's included. So, straight away in here, we have the manual, the guide, quick let's get started guide, important product information, and of course, a couple of the legendary stickers. Don't need any of that. Let's open it up. Ooh. So, I've already opened it. Now, you do get a USB Type-C cable in here. Now, this is the first time I've ever had a USB Type-C device, which is quite nice. So hopefully the speeds of like the transferring of data and stuff has improved massively. We've got that. Got some the sticky mounts, nice. Two of those. That was just some shit on there. Anything on there? Oh, and the battery came in the box as well. But yeah, I've already put it in there. So let's get on to the camera. Let's take it off. Now, one thing I'll show you that is completely different, that fooled me straight away, is this. Now, on the mount, this is actually like a rubber you have to pull up before sliding. Gosh, it was bloody difficult. The camera off, which fooled me before on the first time. As saying a minute ago, it is a beautiful bit of kit. So the specs on this, well, before, let's say, I had the HERO5 Silver. Now I liked that, I didn't get the black purely because of the touchscreen on the back, which this one now has. So with this one you can do 1080p up to 120 frames a second, which is awesome for really slow-mo shots. Try and keep that above your 30 frames a second. It also does 4K at 30 frames a second. And the advantage of this one, I will go into a little bit later, and some of the advantages are just awesome. One of my favourites is the built-in stabilization and voice control. So let's get it out of the case and have a look. So it comes in the frame, as they call it. They always call it frame for some reason. Well, yeah, it looks like a frame, doesn't it? So let's get it out. It's a little bit more difficult to get out this time. Let's get rid of that. We don't want none of that. So something different about this one is it only has two buttons. One on the top, one on the side. There's not one on the front anymore. So these both have functions about turning it on. If you hold down the top one, it will turn it on and start recording straight away. So it's like a quick turn on capture. And you've got the one on the side, which is just if you hold it on now, there we go. Now when you first turn it on, it does go through some setup instructions, like a little demo, which I don't believe the other one did. It's like a little video almost of everything there. So at the minute, I've got it on 4K at 30 frames a second, and on 4K you can only have it in the wide mode on here. The layout is completely different to before, which is quite, it's nice. It's easier to use, especially on a touchscreen, having to try and find your way through all the different menus which was a royal pain in the arse. So on here, you can literally just tap on the bottom and change between 4K, 1080p, and you can also do your frames a second on here as well. So you can have 30 or 24 in the 4K and change the wide. Actually, it's just all here on what to do and what you need, which is so great compared to before, where it was a lot more difficult to do. So on the right hand side here, if we go into this little menu here, so you've got your Pro Tune settings. So if you turn that on, you can go through and change all the settings from the camera. Let's go across to the video stabilization. Now this is awesome. This really changes the way. This is basically almost why I bought this GoPro. Just to stabilize the image. So you have to have it under 60 frames a second and not in 4K. And what it does is it crops down the image by 10%, but it really works well. And it's definitely one of my favorite features about this new GoPro. So keep going across. Auto low light, manual audio control as well. So you can actually have wind and stereo. So if you want to change that, you can. So talking about audio on here, is on the side. You have your HDMI, USB Type-C. Now you can actually buy an adapter to plug in a external microphone for the top, and on the frame you actually have a cutout for it. So you can take this door off completely and have a wire sticking out for your external microphone, which is great for people that use this. Better audio, that's like a vlogging camera as well. So there are actually 3 microphones built in on this one. You've got the one at the top here, you have one here at the side, and one at the bottom here. So you've got good all-round audio on there. Okay. So currently this does have GPS now. That's another great thing. If you'd like to know where you've taken those photos, you can, GPS it. So currently I've got no SD in there and my battery life is good. The charging time was actually pretty decent. I went out for half an hour, went from 20% to 70% in that time, which was really great, really quick I think on there. So you do have the same front screen as before. I think it's a little bit more simplified, just 3 things now. If you've got an SD or some like function message, battery life, to me it's clearer and easier. Now when you if you buy the scuba case, like the diving case, you do have to take this bit off. It's not like before where you can just slide it in. You actually have to twist it and turn it off. And I've tried and I just can't do it. Maybe there's a special way of doing it. A little bit of a pain because the new dive case has this built in, this front sort of thing here. So you do have to screw that off, and that's one of the downsides of this new one. But it is waterproof without a case down to 10 meters, and that is why it doesn't come with a case anymore. Which once again is one of the advantages. It's great that you can, don't have to worry about not having the case on. You can just take it wherever you need to. If it gets wet, who cares? 10 meters depth. So I know one of the things that a lot of people have been worried about, and that is the battery. Saying, oh, it's not going to be a removable battery, or anything like that. Wrong. Removable battery, which is great because you can carry loads of these on their own. In the UK, it's actually only £15 now, so they're really cheap to buy. Pop them in. Your SD card also goes in this slot here, and it is a little bit more difficult to get this shut because of the waterproof on there now, but it's one of the great features. What's happened? I think I've killed it. So ease of access and sort of usability is something they've really focused on this time. So everything like the Wi-Fi, you now have Bluetooth as well. It recommends you use Bluetooth to save battery in the GoPro and using Wi-Fi, and also that you can talk to your GoPro and have it do stuff for you. So if you swipe down, you've got connectivity here. So this is your Wi-Fi, and it uses something called the Capture app. Now that's the new GoPro app. So if I get my phone out, I didn't even realise that actually there it is, just there. It's the Capture app, which is the new GoPro app, which they use. It basically, out of the way, looks identical to what it did before, but they just called it something different. So you can turn that all on from there, really easy to use. And then you've got this little head here, which if you tap it, the voice control is now on. So if I say, why did you turn off? Maybe it thought I said turn off. So as you can tell, guys, sometimes it's a little bit glitchy. I think I need to do a software update on it, but it only came out yesterday, so you know, you would have thought it'd be up to date. So if you say GoPro start recording, oh, there's no SD, so my bad. It will do that. So you see, it actually works pretty well. And one of the best features about this is when you're videoing, you can say GoPro take a picture. Okay, done it there. It will actually take a picture whilst recording. So something you couldn't really do before, because you have to stop the video, start it again to take that picture. While it's filming, you can do it now, which is awesome. I really like that feature that's on there. So overall, I really like this camera. I'm going to show you some clips now of, I took this out earlier, that's where I got the massive gash on the front from, of my dog running around. And this was in 4K, 30 frames a second, without the stabilization, because you cannot use it like that. And I think the colours are really nice on it. Obviously I'm only going to put it down to 1080p for you guys to watch. It's not going to be in 4K, it's going to be downsized. But I found, you know, it does look better than the last one. And I'm really looking forward to using it in the water without the case, for better microphone, better sound quality, better colours, and that built-in stabilization. It's just, I can't wait for it. Now, if you're going to buy the GoPro Karma, then obviously you can pop this on as well as the HERO5, but this is going to give you better, because it's better stabilization built in, as well as the gimbal. Karma is something I'm excited about. Unfortunately, I've already got a DJI Phantom 4, so I'm not gonna, you know, don't think I'm gonna buy a Karma just because, you know, I've already got something just as good. But overall, this camera is really great. I'm really glad I got it, and look out for the future. I will post some videos up of it. If you want any more unboxings or anything like that, just let me know, guys. I hope you enjoy. Thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Check it. Hey, people. Check it. Oh, I think I got the fever. I'm heated, pumping up the meter. Label me a ringleader, mad party bleeder. Make this with a storm, lead after lead after leader. Hey, can you dig it? I come alive, y'all, give me what you got. Back up, pump, stick up, pump your fist up. You check the shadow, no buckshots, a bus slip up. Morning like a kid, gonna make you feel alright. Pump it up all night, body rock, show me what you got. Let go, break the rules, slip up. Morning like a kid, gonna make you feel alright. Pump it up all night, body rock, show me what you got. Let go, break the rules, do you wanna get check it out, 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 check it, 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 check it, check it, check it.